actor, he's a writer, he's a singer, and I did a little history on you. I know in the 50s and the 60s, you were #2 on the Billboard charts, just under Elvis Presley.
Yeah, he and I were buddies. We were friendly rivals, and we kept a good sharp eye on what each other was doing. And they had these contests between both of us, and he won 2 out of 3, but I won 1 out of 3. But anyway, it was fun, and we were friends. And not only that, we were Christian brothers.
And you also did 12 Hollywood movies.
I think I did 14 or 15, but who's counting?
That's right. Well, let me ask you a question. They talk about your faith in terms of the movies that you would do, that you wouldn't kiss Marilyn Monroe because she was married?
No, those 2 stories are mixed up. I balked at kissing Shirley Jones in my second movie because it wasn't in the script, and we'd never even, Shirley, my wife, and I'd never discussed kissing scenes. I mean, this happened so fast, and I know it sounds very naive, but I was more worried about my marriage, keeping my marriage together, than movies. So I got permission from my wife. Yes, I came back to kiss Shirley Jones the next day, but they had changed the script. So that Marilyn Monroe thing, I turned that film down because it was a very immoral story. I wanted to make a movie with Marilyn Monroe, who wouldn't? But the story was about a young kid involved with an older, very pretty, just slightly over-the-hill entertainer. They had an illicit affair, and then, you know, as the movie ended, it's like, well, nobody was hurt. And I thought, I've got a lot of teenage fans. I can't make this film. I risked suspension. But they went ahead and made it with Joanne Woodward and Richard Beamer, and I'm sorry to say it was a horrible flop. So I'm glad I didn't make the film.
So you grew up in the Pentecostal church, and obviously that had a huge influence on the parts that you accepted and didn't accept.
Well, I do not draw a distinction. I don't draw a distinction between secular and faith. If your faith is real, then it's real anywhere, everywhere. You don't make different decisions based on what your profession is to accommodate that and sacrifice your faith. If your faith is real, your faith will help you make decisions wherever you are, whatever your profession. And I think I've done very well, and yet having to turn down things that other people might want to do, but I didn't.
Do you think that you were more blessed to be in the 50s and the 60s when the movies were more upright, more moral, had a higher moral standard than they do today? Because you probably would work more in the 50s and 60s.
Well, believe it or not, they used to make movies wanting the whole family to come see them.
What a concept!
Yeah, it was and that's what built the movie industry. Now they've reached the place where kids go to one film, adults go to another, and this rating system tries to sort it out, and it doesn't work. In fact, the rating system is almost meaningless now. So I think it has been very bad for America for us to export so many of the films that we've made, because the people of the world judge us by the films.
That's so true. It's so nice to hear. And look who we have. We have Arthur Blessed on the stage.
I think that one of the 2 stars of the film, Arthur, and of course the cross.
And they didn't have to compromise.
That's right. That's right.